everyone, welcome back. Welcome to a new video. It feels like I haven't filmed just a day at home weekend vlog video in so long. I didn't film anything last weekend because we had just got back from Turkey. Was it last weekend? I can't even keep track. Yeah, it was last weekend. We had just got back from Turkey. We were absolutely exhausted. We then had so many different family members to go and visit. We had kind of like a little engagement barbecue thing on the Sunday with both of our families, which was just so special. Weekend before we were in Turkey, the weekend before that was my pack with me video. So it just, yeah, it feels like it's been a while, and honestly I've missed it. We have a lot to cover in this vlog. If you haven't made yourself a hot cup of tea or a hot coffee or some kind of yummy drink already, then definitely go and do so. I've got myself a fresh cup of tea as well. I haven't used this mug in ages. This is one of my Le Creuset mugs, and to be honest I don't reach for it much because I struggle a bit with the handle, but I don't know, I have this weird relationship with my mugs and I don't want any of them to feel left out, so so I made a cup of tea in my Le Creuset mug today. But the reason I've sat down with you now is because on the floor next to me, which I'm quite glad you cannot see, is a complete mess. If you did watch the Turkey vlog, which hopefully you did, you will have seen that at the end I mentioned I have so many things to unbox with you. There are some things that I have already unboxed which I will show you because there's one or two things upstairs which are slightly larger and needed to be done straight away to kind of make some space in the house, so I will show you those afterwards. But otherwise I have quite a few boxes, parcels, things next to me. I don't even know if I have everything because I've kind of lost count, to be honest. But yeah, I have a few exciting things to show you. Some of them is things that I've bought myself, some things that I ordered whilst I was on holiday or before I went on holiday, and some of them are very generously sent PR parcels as well. Let's get going. Let's just start. Okay, first things first. We have a box of a couple of bits I think that I ordered before I went away from the Little Shop of Interiors. I think it was on their Instagram stories. They're kind of changing a little bit some of the products that they have on their website. I think to include some more kind of rusticy, farmhousey kind of things, which is right up my street. But they were having a really good sale, which they may or may not still have on. I will link the shop down below because they're a lovely small business. Now I have had a sneaky peek inside the box, but this is literally as far as I got. Like, I haven't actually unwrapped anything because I've been super patient, and I've just, well, partly I just haven't had time to open everything, and partly I've just been super patient because I wanted to unbox as much as I could with you. So first things first, the cutest note inside. It says, "Thank you so much for your lovely order, Lyndsey, and a huge congratulations on your engagement." That is, like, this is not an ad. Like, I just literally went on here and purchased it myself, and that was just so lovely of her. So thank you. The first thing I picked up, I believe these are some very cute little candles. Oh, they're lovely. How beautifully are these wrapped? So I think you get 6 altogether. Let me just carefully take one of them out. If I just put the rest there, and I'll show you. Oh, they're perfect. They're perfect. So I got a set of these little sage green candles. What a cute colour. It kind of matches my cardigan, doesn't it? But it's just slightly more green. But I just think these, they're so dinky. But they're so cute, and they will be perfect to put into the glass candle holders. The second thing I got, I've actually had my eye on this for a while, and it turns out I'd already been browsing the website at some point before, and it was still showing in my basket. So I just kept it in there, seeing as they had a great discount on it, and I thought, why not? I'll just order it. So I originally thought this would be really lovely to go on our media unit downstairs in the living room. It is so lovely and such a nice size. It's this little poppy seed head vase. How beautiful. I just love the little design details on here. Can you kind of see the paint effect and the kind of texture effect? It is so beautiful, and it's got little feet on the bottom as well, so it won't scratch any surface that it sits on. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think full price it was about £12, and it was a really good discount, so do have a look and see if they've still got this with the discount. But even if they don't, I would have bought this for £12. So the next thing I got, I haven't unpackaged, so this is actually from Trove Prints. Now they did really kindly send this to me as a little bit of a thank you, just because I've shared so much the prints that I already bought that I put in our bedroom upstairs. I have just shared the life out of them because I absolutely love them, and they are beautiful. So they really kindly offered to send me a couple more prints, which they did not need to do, and I just thought was so generous of them. So I went for, I believe this set is called Countryside Set of Prints, but they have quite a few different ones. Like they have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So I can't remember which one this is, but again, I'll link it below, or maybe I'll pop a screenshot of it on the screen. Oh my gosh, I love them. Thank you so much for working with Lyndsey. We really appreciate it, Tom and Sophie. They are just, oh, they're such lovely people. It's just, I just love small businesses. It just feels so much more exciting, doesn't it? It's just lovely. So anyway, these are stunning. Oh my goodness. And they look so realistic, I can't even tell you. So the first print is this gorgeous, it's kind of like a farmer's field, kind of tractor lane sort of image on there. And then the second one is just like a wild meadow field. How beautiful are they together? Now, you may or may not be thinking the same thing as me. I need to go to the range to get some frames for these, and even though I've already got, I think, 4 of this frame already, I just think the rustic frames that you guys know I love, which are the same frames that I got the other Trove prints in our bedroom, would be so perfect for these. And they just look so realistic. If I show you up close, it honestly looks like a real painting. It's, oh my gosh, it's so lovely. Okay, next is a little bit of a mystery box, if I'm completely honest. If I just cover up the address, it has arrived from HomeServe, and I genuinely have no idea what's inside. This box of peace of mind is for Lyndsey. It's a peace of mind box. Now, we are actually customers of HomeServe. They haven't asked me to do anything really. I think just before holiday, potentially, I think they may have contacted me to say, can we send you something? And I was like, okay, but I had no idea what it would be. Okay, your home is your castle, and here at HomeServe we promise to always help keep it running smoothly. We hope you enjoy this little box of peace of mind. Oh, make your home happy. Okay, this is exciting. I'm going to try and hold it up without spilling anything anywhere. This is like fate. One of my favourite candle businesses ever. There's a candle in there. What on earth? This is amazing. There's a Kindred Fires candle in there. Oh my gosh. Oh, that smells incredible. So this is the scent Tranquility. It does say on the front, fresh citrus with eucalyptus. That is so fresh and summery. I just want to light that right now. Oh my goodness me. How strange is that? And you wouldn't even believe it. I have a parcel from Kindred Fires down here. Okay, we then also have a very mysterious white box with no branding on it whatsoever. Oh, I'm getting all my favourite things. It's a mug. There's even some tea bags in here. There's 2 tea bags of English breakfast tea. Oh my gosh, this is fabulous. I feel like James is going to like that mug as well. And you don't even need a coaster for it. Okay, what else do we have in here? We have a little notepad, HomeServe key ring. I think this is a little thing to like bleed your radiator. Well, that was so much fun. Gosh, Where was I? I feel like this is going to be the longest unboxing video ever. So next, I ordered a few books whilst I was on holiday. I was very much in book mode and I actually read 6 books whilst I was on holiday, I think. I got through quite a few books. So I actually ordered 3 books that I thought I would share with you. I did a little order from the works. First things first, I ordered the second book in the Mile High series. So I've got the first one here, which I read on holiday. It's Mile High by Liz Tom Ford. Now this is kind of like an American sport romance kind of thing. So there seems to be a big kind of thing about like hockey romances at the moment, for some reason, and this is one of them. It's quite a big book, but I got through it. Like I didn't struggle to get through it, and I really enjoyed it actually. It was kind of a little bit of a break from the fantasy bits that I've been reading, so I decided to get the second book. I think there's either 3 or 4 in total, so I'm quite excited to read this. The other book I got was Powerful, which I believe came out in April. This is kind of a little novella off the back of another book that I read whilst I was on holiday, which is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I was excited to read this book, partly because it fits in perfectly with the romantasy kind of theme that I've been enjoying, but also because Lauren Roberts, I think she wrote this when she was like 18 or 19. I think she's 22 now, so she's younger than me, and I have to say her writing is impeccable. Like I got on so well with the writing in this. It does end on a cliffhanger, and the second book is coming out I think on the 2nd of July, which is Reckless, and I am very excited for that. So in between, she's released Powerful, which follows a couple of the other characters in the book, and I've heard very good things about this. It's quite a short book, and I can't wait. I think this will keep me going until Reckless comes out, when I can read the second one of this, because oh my gosh, I can't wait. Finally, this is one that was on my to be read list as well, and actually I got it when I went into the works to collect my order. I couldn't resist. I am going to keep this aside for as and when I get to it, because at the moment I'm still reading the final ACOTAR book in the Sarah J Maas ACOTAR series, but this is, I think this is out and the second book in the trilogy is out, but the third book isn't. But again, this is just one that I've heard incredible things about. I'm going to read it as and when I get to it. I think maybe when I finish the ACOTAR series, I will have a brief Sarah J Maas break and start this one. But yeah, I picked that one up as well. So yeah, I thought I would show you the books that I'm reading at the moment as well, because technically they did arrive and they needed to be unboxed. A couple of other bits that I wanted to show you. Now, as I mentioned, I did get a little parcel from Kindred Fires as well, which is incredibly kind of them. And honestly, they actually offered to let me choose some candles in case I had any kind of occasions or things coming up. And at the time, I didn't, but in hindsight, like had I been able to look into the future, I would have got a little engagement date, something or other candle done. But hey ho, I think I might order one anyway, because I just think it will be so special, and obviously I'll just never light it. But they sent me a couple of their kind of signature candles, and as I have already said to you a bazillion times, I just flip and adore their candles. So this one is actually in the scent Tranquility as well, and it just, oh my gosh, it smells so nice. And I really like the kind of frosted glass effect on the candles as well. It makes them look so cozy when they're lit. I just love it. And then they've also sent me one of their gorgeous 3-wick candles. I have the Festive Spice version of this, which obviously I'm not burning at the moment. It's about 2/3 empty, and this is called Happiness. It is bergamot, lavender, lemon tea tree and sweet orange. It smells like a summer garden, like lemons and oranges and sunshine and rainbows and all that good stuff. It just, I mean, it's a pretty accurate name. It just smells like happiness. It just smells wonderful. So I don't know where I'm going to put this. I think I might put this on the coffee table in the living room, and then as and when we have something out in the garden, I might move this onto the table in the garden because, oh, it's just... So that is the majority of what I've had delivered. The rest of it, as I said, I'm going to show you a couple of bits upstairs, and then I think that should just about cover everything. I have certainly made a bit of a mess in this room, and I think James is due home in about half an hour, so I think I'm going to quickly tidy all of this up, and then I'll pop upstairs and I'll show you a couple of the changes that we have had in the bedroom. So, bedroom differences. There might be something that you spot straight away. Let's ignore the books because there just seems to be books everywhere at the moment, but I'm going to try and show you the best I can because we are filming against a window, which makes it slightly more difficult. But I decided to order a radiator cover to go over the radiator here because I just felt like it needed something, and I found this one on Amazon and I'm so impressed with it. I think it's lovely. I love this oak top that it has. I think it's a really, really lovely tone and kind of colour of oak. I've just kept the styling really simple, so I've got one of my favourite books in terms of its beauty sitting on the top here, and then this is a new candle as well actually. It's from Kip Candle Co, and it smells absolutely divine, and it's in this kind of gorgeous ceramic jar as well, so that is sitting nicely on there. So yeah, what do we think of the new radiator cover? I'm so pleased with it. Now the second thing that's new is we finally have got a new blind up here. This is from Blinds to Go, and it's in the William Morris Strawberry Thief print, and the colour I believe is Jacquard Oyster, and it is perfection. Like, it's such a good quality. It folds perfectly, and it is just, I'm so happy with it. Compared to the old blue one, I'll put a picture here of what the old one used to look like, because I feel like you need to have the comparison to actually realise how awful it looked. I just could not stand this part of the bedroom. It just looked so empty. So I'm really happy with how this is looking. It just looks so much better. I'm so pleased. I'll link everything down below for you, so the radiator cover, which was from Amazon, and also the blind and the fabric and everything that we chose, because I feel like it just finishes off this room so perfectly now with the right colours. You will have heard me mention the frames downstairs, so these are the prints from Trove Prints, just in case you haven't seen them, and these are the frames that I think I'm going to get for the other ones, which are just stunning, so they're from the range. But yeah, I'm just so happy with how our bedroom's looking. I feel like that has really, really helped to just finish off the room and make it feel much more cosy in that space, because the great big sloped ceilings can sometimes just make it feel a little bit cold over in that space. I feel like it's only right that I should give you a little bit of a garden tour as well. I think we should just go wild and cover everything in this video. There are a couple of bits I think we might go to the garden centre for tomorrow morning, just because over in one section of the garden where I had the digitalis, is that how you say it? Which I think is foxglove, but I could be completely wrong. The ones that we had last year, despite them being perennial, they seem to have just given up and they haven't come back this year, and I literally touched the twig in the ground and the whole thing just like came off in my hand. So the roots are gone. They are no more, so I need to replace them basically. There's one plant that my dad's partner kindly got us when we had our little engagement celebration, which was lovely, so I've planted that, and you'll see just how fitting it is because it's so beautiful and it's just so perfect for, like, when you know the context, it's just lovely. So yeah, basically I need to go to the garden centre to find a couple of replacements for the spaces where the foxgloves or the digitalis were, because they were quite big and they did take up quite a lot of space. So I need to do that. The other thing that you'll see, if I just quickly spin you round, is the great big empty section here in our garden. We decided to change our kind of garden seating lounge area. We wanted something slightly bigger, and we wanted something that had a slightly better table for when we do have people round and we're hosting, because the table that we had basically had like a fabric top, and so it wasn't a very even surface, and it wasn't the best for when people wanted to put drinks or plates or anything on it. So we have a new set coming. I'm not sure when it will be coming. I think it might still be a week or two away, because obviously it involves like a big 2-man delivery and whatnot. But yeah, we have one coming. I'm not going to tell you too much because I want it to be a nice surprise for when it gets here. But it's the most gorgeous colour and I'm very excited to show you. So that will be coming eventually. Anyway, let me take you out into the garden and I'm going to show you what's been going on. Switch my slippers for my comfy sandals. And let's go and have a look. Perfect timing as well because the sun is out. So look at all of this growth. Can you even believe it? Now this fern was about half the size when we left for holiday. I can't even explain how much it's grown. I was shocked when we got back. I think this is the one that surprised me the most. I couldn't believe it, but I think with all the rain we've had, it's flourished. I mean, you see the slightly darker shades of green down here. I think something might have been munching on that, but the slightly darker shades down here, that was the original plant, and all of this is new, which is just crazy. You can probably hear all of the birds up in the tree. The hydrangeas are doing exceptionally well. So this is the little baby one that we planted last year that James's grandparents gave us, and it comes out in the most beautiful, like bright, vibrant colours. And then this is my pink, I'm pretty sure it's pink. This is my pink one that was slightly bigger last year. We got this reduced in the garden centre. I don't know if I ever told you that, and it looked like it was half alive, but I managed to revive it. I managed to save it, and you can just see they're starting to come out. The alliums, can you believe it? So we have 3 here. This one is just looking exceptional, and this one is starting to flower. I mean, you can see just by the sheer size of a single one of the buds how big and bold and beautiful that is going to be. It's going to be stunning. This plant here, I honestly couldn't tell you what this is. Is it a weed? Is it a plant? I don't know. I'm kind of just letting everything do its thing. I think all of this is grass, but I'm just letting it do its thing until a little bit later on in the summer, when I can just figure out what's going on with everything and whether any plants come up. This little stump here is the dahlia, which is not showing any signs of growth just yet, but apparently that's normal and apparently that's okay, so I'm just leaving it. And again, I don't know if this is just grass or if it's a plant. I'm really not sure, so I'm gonna have to see how that turns out. Now this beast is my astilbe, and I can't believe it. It is so much bigger than last year, and literally in the last few days we have had some of the buds starting to come out, and these are just going to be the most vibrant shade of pastel pink. It honestly just looks like the most stunning Japanese garden, I can't even tell you. So I'm really excited to see these coming out because they just look so stunning. I love this plant. It's a great space filler. It does so well in the shade because, as you can see, this flower bed doesn't really get much sun at all. So it's just brilliant to take up a nice corner space where you don't get much sun. Moving round, not much going on up here. We've got some new little solar rattan lights which look absolutely fabulous in the evening. If I have a photograph, I'll pop it up on the screen. These are from Marks and Spencer's, but they are really gorgeous, so I got 2 of those. And then I also got some of these solar lights, which I just completely love. Again, they look so fabulous at night time. They just look brilliant. I'm really happy with them. We've got another hydrangea down here, which, if I'm honest, I think I need to repot because I think this pot is now too small. I don't know if it's too late to do it. Do I disturb it? Do I leave it? I'm not sure. Tell me what you guys think. This is another dahlia. The bird bath is looking a little bit empty and a little bit on its side, so I need to sort that out. And then coming over to this side, we've got another dahlia in here, which again, there's not much going on with it. Now this is the plant. I'm going to try and not have my shadow in the way. This is the plant that my dad's partner got for us. It obviously needs a little bit of time to settle in, and I'm trying to keep it well watered. But how perfect is this? It was just perfect for a little engagement plant because the flowers look like little hearts. Can you see the heart shape on them? How perfect! I can't remember what she said it's called. It's called like something of hearts or something. I've also got a couple of these, which I think tomorrow I need to just go around and deadhead. I've found with these that they have to be well watered at all times, because the ones that we had in the front garden, they didn't get watered for the week, even though it wasn't that sunny, and they literally completely died. So they have to be kept well watered, I think. Again, I think all of this might be grass. We've got more seeds coming up here. This one, I'm not too sure what this is. It's like really stringy, but again, I'm just letting it do its thing. And my sweet peas, can you believe it? My sweet peas are coming back. I mean, they are everlasting sweet peas, so they are supposed to come back, but they were just so... they were such an emotional roller coaster for me last year that I just wasn't sure what was going to happen. But they are absolutely flourishing, and I'm actually going to have to start tying them up. I can't believe it. They are just loving life. This is coming back. This was eaten quite a lot before I went away, but it's really got itself back. There's another allium here. Now these have come up, and I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what they are. I think they must have been part of like a mixed seed thing that I put down, and I'm very interested to see what happens when they flower, because does anyone know what these are? I'm not sure, but I'm just letting them do their thing. Another funny looking thing down here, which interestingly does look very similar to the one over on the other side, so maybe it is a seed that I planted. I think I'm just going to leave it. This is where the other digitalis was, so I've basically got this whole backspace to put a nice big plant in, and this flower bed, as you can see, does get much more sunshine, so I can put a much more sun-loving plant here. I've got another one of these purple beauties, which again I need to deadhead, and my rose bush, which is looking a little bit leggy. I think I probably should have planted it a bit further down, but there is a rosebud about to come out, and I'm very excited for that. Everything is looking beautiful. The front garden is just a whole other story. There's so much going on in the front garden, so I shall show you that a bit later as well. It turns out I completely forgot that we have a date night tonight and we're going out for dinner this evening. So James he's actually done something really amazing today. He challenged himself a while ago that today he was going to do a 100-mile bike ride, which, I mean, hats off to him. There is no way that I could possibly do that. So he and a friend went and did that, and he's literally got back like 25 minutes ago. And he said, oh, don't forget we're going out for dinner this evening. And I was like, what? I'd just completely forgotten. So I can't wait. I literally can't wait. So I've just quickly got myself ready. I haven't really changed my outfit in the slightest, to be honest. So I've got my New Look jeans on, which are super comfy. And then I've also got my white Arquette t-shirt on, which I just love. And then my new And Other Stories cardigan, which I ordered on a bit of a whim. I think it was about 3 AM and I couldn't sleep, and I spotted it, I think, on the H&M app, and I just loved the colour so much, and I'm trying to inject like a little bit more colour into my wardrobe for summer rather than just neutrals. As much as I love neutrals, I'm trying to find some colours that work for me, and this I just absolutely fell in love with. It's so gorgeous. It wasn't the cheapest thing in the world, but I thought I'd treat myself, and I thought it was worth it. And then I've just got some super comfy flats on. These are some new flats that have arrived from Vivea actually, and I will be doing a little bit of content on them, but they are the comfiest shoes I think I have possibly ever put on my feet. I don't know how good the light is here because I'm kind of battling against the window. They are the comfiest shoes I have ever put on my feet. I can't even tell you. So they should be staying on this evening, and yeah, we'll go out for dinner. I can't wait. It is now Sunday and we had a very lovely dinner out last night. It was so delicious. I think it's about 10 a.m. And I've had a nice slow morning. I sat and had a cup of tea. I sat and had some nice fresh strawberries from Tesco, which are my favourite strawberries because they're super sweet and I just love them. And yeah, I watched a bit of TV actually and just relaxed whilst James went out for a little bit. And I've kept it nice and simple today because I'm hoping to spend a little bit of time in the garden today, tidying bits up, de-weeding. Obviously I said I want to go to the garden centre and get a couple of new plants to replace the gaps that we've got in the back garden. And I'll try and show you a few bits of the front garden as well. So I've just kept it really casual. I've just got some leggings and a t-shirt on, and these leggings, although they're not the cheapest leggings in the world, something possessed me to paint something in them. So there's actually a very subtle paint splodge on the knee. So they've just become my, like, doesn't matter if they get wrecked leggings, and I'm just going with it. And then just a comfy t-shirt because although it is quite cloudy at the moment, I think the sun is supposed to come out this afternoon and it is supposed to be about 20 degrees, so I may end up changing anyway into something that's even lighter. Yeah, that is the plan for this morning. I wanted to really quickly show you, just whilst I am up here, an eye mask that I've been testing out, and it's a very fancy eye mask. So this was sent to me before I went on holiday, and I actually used it a couple of times whilst I was on holiday, and I've been using it a little bit since I got back as well. It's basically like an electric eye mask, but it's like a massager, and it's just really good for if you're prone to headaches. So I used it last night actually because I did get a headache. If you get quite strained eyes, so if you're the kind of person that looks at a screen a lot of the time over the day, or you just feel like you get eye strain, then this is really good. So it's from a company called Bob and Brad, and it comes in this handy little case, and it basically I call this my stormtrooper mask. It basically slots over your head, so you've got an adjustable strap. I'll pop a little video shot of it next to me. It pops over your head and basically goes over your eyes like so. There we go, the light's adjusted, and it's kind of perfectly flexible, so it doesn't feel like rigid on your face, and it's super comfy because you've got this insert inside, so it's nice and comfy on your face as well. And it has quite a few different settings. So there's a setting for just air pressure, which basically massages your face and massages your eyes. You can turn it up and down, so you can kind of find the setting that's comfortable for you, and it just feels like a bit of self-care. It just feels quite nice. If you've got a headache, or you've got eye strain, or you've got really dry eyes, or you feel like everything just feels a bit tight and you've got a tightness in your head, then it's really nice to just kind of relax everything and just have something massaging your eyes. And then even better, there's a setting where you can have the air pressure, but you can also have heat. So you can have, again, you can adjust the temperature, you can have warmth on your face as well. And then also you can have music as well. So there's a Bluetooth setting on this, and so all of the buttons are here, but there's a Bluetooth setting on this, and you can connect it to your phone via Bluetooth and actually play music through it. There are a few like built-in music tracks as well, which are quite nice to just relax you. I'm just checking on the guide here as well. So there's one that is piano, one that's meditation, one that's soft rain, and one that's stream running. So it's really cool. It's just a nice little self-care tool. I think it's quite reasonably priced as well, and they have very generously given me a discount code to share with you, so I will pop it on the screen. It's 10% off an already really good price. You can find it on Amazon, which is super easy to shop. So yeah, thought I'd share that with you. Just like that, the sun has come out. I don't know if you can see, but it is looking slightly more clear now. I can see the blue sky coming out, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I am going to finish getting ready and then we'll head up to the garden centre. I think we're going to pop into the restaurant and get a hot drink because I've got a free one with my little membership card, and then we will have a browse around the plants. The garden centre was definitely a success. Did get a few plants, so I've got one to replace where the digitalis was, and I can't remember the name of it. Delphinium, I think it might have been, which will be nice and tall, so that will be perfect for the back of the border. And then I also got something to go in front of it. I got some gypsophila to go into a pot, which Fiona kindly got for me from Home Bargains because they had these really gorgeous like wicker pots that were really good prices. So I'll be picking that up from her next week. So I'll just keep it as it is for now, and just keep it in the sun. And then a couple of like little bedding plants as well. So it was a success. I didn't go too crazy. I managed to get like a good few plants to fill up the gaps that I have left, but also not go wild and break the bank. So we're gonna head home. I think we're having a nice barbecue for like a late lunch as well. James is gonna make a yummy barbecue with some bits that we had left over from when we had our engagement barbecue last weekend. So yeah, I think to be honest, we're just gonna spend the afternoon in the garden, and I can't flip and wait. It just is like the perfect